On a quiet autumn evening in 1994, the small town of Fairview was shaken by the disappearance of 28-year-old schoolteacher Laura Kaine. She was last seen leaving the elementary school after grading papers late into the night. Her car was found the next morning parked neatly outside her home, but Laura was nowhere to be found. The doors were locked, her purse was inside, and a half-drunk cup of tea sat cooling on the kitchen counter, as if she had simply stepped outside and vanished. Police combed through her life, uncovering that Laura had been receiving a series of anonymous letters for weeks. Short, typed notes that said only one thing: "I'm watching you." None were signed, and there were no fingerprints. Friends swore Laura never mentioned feeling unsafe, yet the letters told a different story. Weeks later, hikers discovered a shallow grave just outside town. Inside was Laura's body, wrapped in a bedsheet from her own home. The cause of death was blunt force trauma. A single red thread was clutched in her hand, too short to trace to any piece of clothing nearby. Investigators believed she fought back fiercely, but the red thread didn't match anything in her home, or anyone she knew. The first major break came when police learned Laura had been secretly saving money. Hidden in a shoebox under her bed was over $9,000 in cash. It raised a disturbing question. Was she planning to run from someone? And if so, who? Then came a twist no one expected. DNA under her fingernails matched a man who had been declared dead 3 years earlier. His body had supposedly been found in a burned-out car miles away, yet now, his genetic fingerprint was on Laura's body, suggesting he had been alive all along. When investigators dug deeper, they discovered Laura had been a key witness in a fraud case tied to that same man's family. She had testified quietly, without publicity, believing no one knew her role. But someone did. To this day, no arrest has been made. The red thread remains in an evidence bag, its origin still a mystery. Some locals believe the man presumed dead was living under a new identity, returning only to silence her. Others think Laura's killer was closer to home, and the DNA was planted to mislead the investigation. Fairview still whispers about Laura Kaine, the teacher whose last lesson was one of fear, and the truth buried deeper than her grave.